Okay, now we are down to the last part. We talk about the properties of alkalis. Alkalis have a bitter taste and soapy feel, just like your Mirubus noodles. Okay, if you can have chance, go to the canteen, uncle, auntie, ask them for it, and you can have a few of the yellow noodles. Next one, alkalis causes red litmus paper to turn blue. We have talked about that just now also. Okay, when we were talking about the litmus paper. And the last one, alkalis have a pH greater than 7. So all of this we have roughly talked about. The only one that you didn't know was the first one, bitter and soapy feel. These are the properties, general properties of alkalis. Obviously, general properties is a thing here, but this is chemistry, so we need to talk about reactions. So the first reaction we're going to talk about is alkalis reacting with ammonium salts. What do you get? You will get salt plus ammonia plus water. Okay, so the first reaction you must learn, alkali plus ammonium salt give you salt, ammonia gas, and water. And since there's a gas produced, you must learn how to test for the gas again. So to test if ammonia gas is produced, we use a moist red litmus paper. Example like this. We put the moist red litmus paper. How does it become moist? We dip it in water. Okay. So when it's moist, we put it in a test tube. When the gas is coming out, it will actually turn the moist red litmus paper to blue. So as you can see from here, you can see this is the red litmus paper. This whole thing is actually the red litmus paper, but you can see at this tip over here is turning blue because ammonia gas is coming out from the test tube, and the moist litmus paper will change color due to the ammonia produced. Okay, so this is something interesting. So first reaction, alkalis plus ammonium salt give you salt, ammonia gas, and water. In actual fact, if you look at this carefully, what you're doing is the alkali is actually trying to kick the ammonium out. Okay, the ammonium out from the salt. So let's look at the reaction. So you can see here sodium hydroxide, because of the name hydroxide, I know it's an alkali. Ammonium chloride. Chloride tells you that it's a salt. So if ammonium chloride tells you it's an ammonium salt. So alkali plus ammonium salt gives you salt plus ammonia plus water. So what's the salt form? In actual fact, you just need to take what type of salt it is. It's a chloride salt plus the first part of the alkali. So sodium chloride. Next one, potassium hydroxide. Because it's hydroxide, it's the alkali again. Ammonium sulfate. So because of the word sulfate, I know it's a salt. What kind of salt? Ammonium salt. What's the product? Alkali plus ammonium salt gives you salt plus ammonia plus water. So what's the salt name? Remember, take the first part of the alkali, take the second part of the ammonium salt. Link them together, that is your salt that's produced. So in this case, it is potassium sulfate. Next one, we got sodium hydroxide. Hydroxide tells you once again, alkali. Ammonium nitrate. Nitrate tells you it's a salt. What type of salt? Ammonium salt. So, what is the product? So alkali plus ammonium salt gives you salt plus ammonia plus water. But what is the name of the salt produced? Remember, I say again, take the first part of the alkali and the second part of the ammonium salt, put them together, and you get the name of the salt. So in this case, it's sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate. That's the salt produced. So this is the first reaction for your alkali. The second one, actually you have done this already. It's actually alkali with acid to give you salt and water. In actual fact, whether you write acid plus alkali or alkali plus acid, it doesn't make a difference. Okay? So in this case here, you have touched on this reaction. So I will not go any more into details. And this actually marks the end of the acid and alkali chapter. So do take note, this chapter is relatively easy, but there's quite a bit of things to memorize over here. The name of the acid, learning how to form the salt's name, and knowing all the different reactions, knowing how to test for the gases, test for ammonia, test for test for carbon dioxide, test for hydrogen. So 3 gases you must learn how to test for. And you have quite a few reactions to remember. Please do not forget the reaction. In this case, this chapter, the key is about the reactions. So die must memorize. So that's all for this chapter.